Strauskis. Your front row as they work to the chalk line off turn 4. Keith Sheffer trying to get an advantage on the outside. Green is up, green is out. We're underway with heat race number 1. Irwin to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. Here comes Osborne to the inside of Micah Strauskis. Has the second spot down the back straightaway 2x2 for the 4th spot. Here comes Osborne to the outside. Irwin going to go to the bottom. Off turn 4 side by side. It'll be Osborne who leads lap number 1. Osborne out in front in that number 11 machine. Irwin back to second. Keith Sheffer Jr. now up to third. He'll take to the outside of Irwin into turns 3 and 4. Wheel to wheel off turn number 4 for the second spot. Tripod engaged for Keith Sheffer Jr. Has that left front wheel in the air as he moves into the second spot. Single file now around Tri-City Motor Speedway as Ferguson got around Micah Strauskis for 4th. Setting up the tripod as well as Joey Irwin and Micah Strauskis. A little bit of grip found now in Tri-City after qualifying. That water they put down, bringing this track back to life. But it's all Trey Osborne out in front. Cross flags this time. Halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go. Spent last night racing at the Terre Haute Action Track with the USAC division. And now here tonight at Tri-City Motor Speedway with the Great Lakes Traditional Sprints. Off turn 4, white flag waves, this time by for Trey Osborne in 11, 1 to go. Down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. A Great Lakes Traditional Sprint Invader will win heat race number 1, Trey Osborne. Keith Sheffer Jr. second spot, 3rd will go to Joey Irwin, 4th Jason Ferguson, and Micah Strauskis rounds out the field in 5th. Tank Brackenberry in 23 did not complete tonight's event in heat race number 1. Making his way down the back straightaway, no stranger to the non-wing division, but a stranger to the Great Lakes Traditional Sprints. Calls Columbus, Ohio home. Give it up for heat race number 1 winner in the 11. It's Trey Osborne.
And Mark Irwin in row 3. Again, 8 laps the distance, and the white chalk line is roll their start. Up out of turn number 4, the green flag goes in the air. It's Mike Moore down to the inside. Here comes Steve Irwin up on the top. He'll have to let it, but give it to Aiden Salisbury to lead in turn number 3. Down to the inside, it's Steve Irwin. Here goes Aiden Salisbury, battle side by side with Irwin for the race lead. Irwin's going to take all 4 as his Hoosier Racing tires on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to power up off turn 4. Mike Moore will be positioned 3. 4th goes to Trent Musk. Well, right now, still out front, it's Aiden Salisbury. Steve Irwin looking for grip on the high side, and so is Trent Musk. Trying to close in. Cross flag in the air. Steve Irwin running out of time to try to catch Aiden Salisbury. The gas still remains 3 car lengths for Aiden Salisbury over the slingshot of Steve Irwin still in second. We got our first caution on the back straightaway. That is the Fight 5X. Here they come up out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. Aiden Salisbury will take the green flag. Goes back to the high side. That's his flying 0 of Steve Irwin. He's going to run off of turn number 2. He's going to go back to the high side lane. Aiden Salisbury still up front. Now the battle side by side for 3rd. It's with Mike Moore and Tom Lau. Steve Irwin still trying to attack on that bottom lane. Steve Irwin slides up the racetrack. Aiden Salisbury, white flag waves one more time around. Steve Irwin's going to try the high side one more time. Gets a huge run off turn number 2. He's going to leave his Hoosier Racing tires up on the high lane. Exit turn number 4. It goes to Aiden Salisbury for heat number 2. followed by Steve Irwin, Tom Lau, Mike Moore, Trent Musk, and Mark Irwin. And we'll turn it back over to your track announcer, to Zach Heiser.
All right, thank you very much, Matthew. I'd say that track prep during after qualifying there absolutely paid off. Steve Irwin put it on the wheelie bars off turn number 2 there, coming to the white flag. He's on the property. 5 in his third and final heat race. Everybody makes the show. Front row will be side by side at the chalk line off turn number 4. Flag stand looks him over. Green is up. Green is out. We're underway in heat race number 3. Good start for Steinbach. He'll have the lead down into turns 1 and 2. Lamb trying to come on around the outside. Rollman will slide into that third spot. Frank back in 4th. Kent Gardner still in 5th. Here comes Lamb to the top shelf in turns 3 and 4. Rollman through the middle, going to try to take the second spot off turn number 2. Jay Steinbach will lead lap number 1. Brian Rollman on the bottom. Zach Lamb bangs the cushion through turns 1 and 2. Slides up over the slick stuff and has the second spot down the back straightaway. Rollman looks good through the center. Jay Steinbach right around the tractor tires. That's where he picked up his Tri-City Motor Speedway feature win a couple of seasons ago. Right around the tractor tires. He looks good doing it out front. Meanwhile, battles on for the second spot. Lamb misses the cushion off turn number 2, and Rollman will have the P2 into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Mac Frank around the inside. He'll take the third spot on Zach Lamb off turn number 4. Now sizing up Rollman for the second spot through turns 1 and 2. This time by halfway home. Off turn number 4 for Jay Steinbach. 3-car battle for the second spot. Rollman has it. Max Frank on the bottom. Zach Lamb on the top shelf. Lamb will try to go back to the outside of Max Frank in turns 1 and 2. Frank committed to the tractor tires. Sees what Jay Steinbach is doing out front. Can't quite make it roll as good as Steinbach in 10S. 3 to go this time. Now Lamb will see what the bottom side is made of. And that green number 73. Gets a big run off the cushion through turns 1 and 2. Tries to get to the inside of Max Frank. Can't do anything with him down the back straightaway. Brian Rollman to the extreme top of the racetrack off turn number 4. Puts the power down in 49. Max Frank to the bottom. Zach Lamb nearly over the cushion in turns 1 and 2. Gets some size back up down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, off turn 4, white flag waves one more time around for Jay Steinbach as Brian Rollman searching around now. Goes to the middle of the racetrack off turn 4. Zach Lamb still trying to come to the outside of Max Frank for 3rd, but off turn 4, 3rd and final heat race win is going to go to Jay Steinbach. Zach Lamb over the cushion in turn number 3. Brian Rollman will take the second spot. Max Frank 3rd. Lamb will hold on for 4th, and Kent Gardner rounds out the field and the top 5. Makes his home in Hudsonville, Michigan, and picks up heat race number 3 as he rolls back pit side. How about a nice round of applause for Jay Steinbach? And with that, it's time to go heat race. Here we go, race fans at Tri-City Motor Speedway. You have an all-sprint car show tonight, and we want you to enjoy it. So get up on your feet, get off your seat, get up off your seat, and get ready. It is full ride salute time at Tri-City Motor Speedway. Laps the distance, 17 cars the field as they get ready to rock down the back straightaway. Great Lakes traditional sprints. They go bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel, into turns 3 and 4. To the chalk line off turn 4. Green is up, green is out. We're underway with the traditional sprints.
First time into turn number 1 is Aiden Salisbury that's got the inside lane, but here comes on the outside line, it's Brian Rollman running the top side.
Salisbury looks good around the tractor tires. As you said, Rollman the only one on the top of the racetrack as they complete the first lap. Salisbury out in front. Now to the top of the racetrack, there is Trey Osborne in 11. He's to the outside of Keith Sheffer Jr. down the back straightaway for 3rd. Move Osborne Osborne into P3, back to turn 3.
Here is again, it's still Aiden Salisbury out front. Now it's 3 wide as Jay Steinbach will take his car down to the tractor tires. We got a lot of people down on the tractor tires, but also Brian Ruhlman and the guy in third, Trey Osborne, is up on the top side.
There goes Keith Shepard Jr. around the outside of Steinbach. Steinbach, he won that feature event here at Tri-City around the tractor tires, hoping that the cushion in turns 1 and 2 burns off. And here comes Osborne now to the bottom. He's trying to take the second spot from Brian Ruhlman off turn 2. Can't do so as they work back to turn 3.
Well, yeah, it's still Brian Ruhlman still trying to find some grip on that high inside lane. We came here last year and all the grip was on the bottom, but right now Brian Ruhlman's starting to find some. He's got a run on our leader of Aiden Salisbury.
Started to get a charge. He'll go to the outside in turns 3 and 4. Salisbury still on the bottom of the racetrack as they come off turn 4. Salisbury continues to lead, but watch Ruhlman into turns 1 and 2. Off the top of the cushion, Ruhlman's going to slide. He'll lose the second spot and many more, and the caution flag, red flag upside down off turn number 4. Ken Gardner flips wildly into the fence, and the red flag is now out. Green is up, green is out. We're back underway.
Aiden Salisbury continues with the race lead. Back into turn number 1. Here comes Brian Ruhlman, challenge for second place. He'll be able to keep it, but now he wants the lead, challenging in 3.
Salisbury to the bottom. Ruhlman goes up top, trying to put the power down in 49. Salisbury maintains the lead. Here comes Trey Osborne into this three-way battle as well. Osborne on the bottom, Ruhlman through the middle. Salisbury up top. He's got company. Here comes Ruhlman looking to the inside in turn 3.
Here comes Ruhlman back down to the inside. Got Trey Osborne right behind him. 3 wide battle off at turn 1, off turn 4. Here comes on the outside. It's Aiden Salisbury powered down. He's still got the lead.
Still 3 wide off turn number 2. Here comes Trey Osborne. He'll have the top spot into turn number 3. Osborne on the bottom. Salisbury committed to the top shelf. Ruhlman through the center. Off turn 4 at the line. Give the lead to Trey Osborne for the first time. And Salisbury over the top of turns 1 and 2. Keeps it rolling, but pointed in the wrong direction. He will go all the way back pit side. The night comes to an end for Aiden Salisbury.
But it's the end just started for Trey Osborne, but now he's got a battle for the lead on the outside. It's Brian Ruhlman hard through turn number 2.
Ruhlman committed to the top of the racetrack. That's where you want to be in turns 1 and 2, but the bottom side better through turns 3 and 4. That's where Trey Osborne makes up time. Now Ruhlman rolling momentum nice and easy around the outside. Brian Ruhlman by 1. Oh, and smoke for Trey Osborne through turn 2. Up and smoke for your leader into the infield. Now Brian Ruhlman leads. Oh, heartbreak for Trey Osborne.
But right now, again, still Brian Ruhlman. Now Max Frank got the gift of second place. He's trying to go back-to-back here at Tri-City Motor Speedway, but he's going to have to close the gap to Brian Ruhlman.
Ruhlman out in front now by over 2.6 seconds. As Trey Osborne with problems in the 11. Max Frank, as you mentioned, into the second spot, 3 seconds back. Keith Shepard Jr., Zach Lamb, Jay Steinbach, your top 5.
Right now, again, you said Brian Ruhlman up top, but here he comes off turn 4 to get the cross flag. 13 down, 12 laps to go.
Battle inside the top 5. Jay Steinbach searching in 10S, trying to reel in Zach Lamb for that 4th spot. Got a cluster of cars behind him. Joey Irwin, Steve Irwin, and the 22 of Tom Lau all over each other as they work down the back straightaway and back to turns 3 and 4.
Well, you talk about that battle for 6. It's Steve Irwin. He had to start in the back. He really wants to win here at Tri-City Motor Speedway, but he's got to work through a couple cars. The Jay Steinbach machine in the 10S is the next one he's got to pass.
Battle for the 3rd spot. Here comes to the inside. That is Zach Lamb's slider engaged on Sheffer. Can't quite clear. Backs it down early. Sheffer working the top shelf. He'll slide back into the 4th spot. Oh, and Zach Lamb over the top of turns 1 and 2. Same exact thing that Salisbury did. Missed the top of the racetrack, and he'll lose wholesale spots down the back straightaway.
9 laps to go for Brian Ruhlman. He has now got a 4.189 second lead on second place Max Frank. Keith Shepard Jr. in 4th, but now it's a 3-wide battle for the 4th spot.
Off turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Steve Irwin the meat in the sandwich. Jay Steinbach up top. He'll take the nose off into turn number 3. Now Irwin to go top shelf. It's Joey Irwin on the bottom of the caution flag is out. Got another one over the top of turns 1 and 2 and spun around in the wrong direction. And that will draw up the caution flag. I believe it's Jeremy Ferguson. Zone picking up the pace. Green is up. Green is out. Here we go. We're underway off turn 4. Good start for Ruhlman. Frank slides back just a little bit. Here comes Steinbach to the inside. Keith Shepard Jr. trying to pull alongside down the back straightaway. Steinbach to the bottom. He'll move up to third into turn number 3.
Well, yeah, we're talking about Jay Steinbach on the bottom near the tractor tires. He's going to try to battle for second against Max Frank. Now we got 2 lines. Everybody's moved up top, but Jay Steinbach committed to the bottom.
Max Frank was through the center that time off turn number 2. Keith Sheffer Jr. still slamming the cushion. It's Brian rolling all out in front, rolling nice and easy on the top of the racetrack. Steinbach rolling easy on the bottom, and the caution flag waves. Got one turned around at the exit of turn number 2 off the cushion, and the caution flag waves. That was Ferguson again, actually turned around in turn number 1. Roman, Frank, Steinbach, Sheffer, Irwin off turn 4. Green is up, green is out. Whoa, look out. Here comes Steinbach to the inside of Frank. Did not get a good start. Steinbach going to try to take the second spot on the bottom of the racetrack. Frank bangs the cushion. He'll maintain second down the back straightaway.
Yeah, with only 6 laps to go, you got, right now, it's Brian Ruhlman out front. Jay Steinbach still committed to that bottom. He's got Steve Irwin right behind him.
Irwin slides up across the nose of Sheffer into that 4th spot. 2x2 for the second spot. Exit to turn 2. Now Jay Steinbach's friend right now. Frank going to go to the bottom and try to take the line away through turns 3 and 4. Scattered all around. Tri-City Motor Speedway. They're 2x2 for the second spot.
Yeah, it's 2x2.
Irwin over the top. No, able to pull it back on. He'll lose some spots in the process. Matthew 3 wide now at the exit of turn number 2 as they work back to turn 3.
Well, now it looks like Max Frank is now committed to the bottom. He's got anything. He's going to try to pull a hat trick to try to catch Brian Ruhlman, as now the battle for the 3rd spot includes Zach Lamb and Jay Steinbach, who got loose off turn 2.
This time by Popsicle Sticks, the ice cream man, is at Tri-City Motor Speedway. 2 laps to go for Brian Ruhlman in 49. Battles on for the second spot. Here comes Zach Lamb trying to go to the outside of Max Frank in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, Jay Steinbach has since fallen to 6th place, as now you got the battle for the lead, and the white flag is out for Brian Ruhlman one more time around.
Ruhlman, a nice comfortable advantage right now. 2.2 seconds out in front over Max Frank and Zach Lamb as they work down the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. The Clark Lake, Michigan native is going to victory lane at Tri-City. Brian Ruhlman wins. Second spot at the line. Give it to Zach Lamb. Frank 3rd, Irwin 4th, and it'll be Joey Irwin who rounds out the top 5. All on the side. Brian's wife coming in to congratulate him as well. As they get the safety equipment off. Had a big break with a caution flag that came out at the exact perfect moment that set him back up to take the lead. He's climbing over the car. Race fans, how about you? Feature winner, Brian Ruhlman! Being asked to have Kayla and Colin come down for victory lane pictures as Brian climbs out of the